Hello everyone, this is Anne from Odulcina Scrap. So I played with my scraps of papers to create new little scrappy pads. And this video, I just want to show you the ones I've done in details in this video. And then you're gonna have cute music and that you can turn off because I won't speak through it. And you're gonna see me doing the decoration of those for if you're new and you want to see the process. So I just used a bunch of papers or cards. This is my Lily Elsie's collection cards, pictures actually. And I just decorated with, that's the lace love paper, a vintage typewriter papers that I have. And I just used some sari silk, polka dot sari silk, and some fancy yarns, and just some tracing paper that I printed. This is the Rose Paradise kit. This is from the legal size document, the design papers. This is from the French ephemeras documents. Here, I just stapled one of the labels. This is one of my kits for labels. There's some black on white that you can print on fabric or any design page papers. And I just added that lace and I stapled it on a lace collection tag and added some papers just to make it a little bit interesting. This is from a doily, the fancy yarns, and just added, this is a lace simple from the kit. And then just some random papers, mostly when you see writings like that. This is from the French bundle that I have, French documents, lace love. Oh, I added a fussy cut there. And this is another kit. Oh, I have a hard time now to remember all the names of my kits like that quickly on videos. This is my polka dot sari silk. This is the pink. And my newest kit, the pink love, I think. Pink roses, yeah, because it's all pink and all roses in that kit. And lace love papers. And I just added a little bit of cheesecloth, the grade 90. I'll put the link in the description below for that on Amazon. I always get a few questions about where to get it. I guess I mention it often. For those of you who follows me since a while, you might think I repeat myself all the time, but just keep in mind there's always new people following my channel that they're just new to this wonderful world of the junk journals and they don't know about the names and where to get the stuff. This is my fancy yarns with cheesecloth, Lily Elsie, Miss Lily Elsie, from my collection. Well, my collection. It's my collection of Lily Elsie's pictures that I made a digital kit, a printable that you can download and print. This girl, she's popular because she's from the Graphic Fairies. I changed a bit the colors of the flowers and I changed a bit around her to manipulate the picture, but this is part of my first digital kit that I created, and it's the Forget Me Not kit. This was my first ever kit, digital kit. Look at that. And polka dot, just some tracing paper. I have a lot of tracing paper to pass because my printer didn't do a good job lately printing those tracing paper. I guess my printer is getting really old, and honestly, I just can't find a new printer out of the 3 new printers that I bought since. I'm still not able to print tracing papers correctly. They either have a hard time to grab the tracing paper, or they grab 2-3 pages at the same time and they scrap them. So for that reason, I decided to stop having tracing papers printed for you bundles. I'm so sorry. But when I want to sell bundles, they need to be perfect. And if I need to print 3 pages to get 1 perfect, that's not worth it, right? So yeah, tracing paper here again, because I have a lot of scraps, and coffee stain paper. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous? It's just a sari silk, fancy yarns, a little, just a scrap piece of lace from a doily, and that's it. These ladies from the Slim Pages kit, and just some cheesecloth, and again the fancy yarns, and just some pieces of papers. Here, this one is a little bit more simple, just a cute lace. They were part of my Anne's favorite box. So last year, for those of you who missed that, I had a box of all my favorite items that I was selling, and I'm thinking, and I'm working on creating a new box, but obviously this will be all new stuff. So if you bought the box last year, you can still get a new box of my favorite things again, but different furnitures. This is just part of a doily, and look at that. This is the little girl's kit. Isn't she cute? Isn't she cute? So cute. This is just a tiny one. We need some smaller ones like this and that one. This is from the new digital kit, the pink roses. This is little pieces of my tiny flowers fabric. I just love this fabric to create tiny pieces of fabric like that and use them as ribbon. The flowers are just the perfect size for that. It gives the little pink touch, and so far I've been using that fabric for mostly only that, to create little ribbons out of it. Oh, I have a tiny one there. This was a scrap pieces of lace from Crafty Me shop, and I just added a scrap piece of sari silk. This is from the pink roses kit, the latest one, and that's it. Isn't it simple? The black polka dot, there's something about black polka dot that I just love, and I just added it like that. It's totally flat. It's like if it's a paper printed but on silk. So I just love that. And I added some pink sari silk to decorate. This is tracing paper. I just know, I don't know why, but I love black polka dot. It creates a contrast when everything is kind of white, off-white, vanilla, pink, light colors, and you have those black polka dots, but they fit perfectly. It's like sewing with black thread, right? It goes everywhere. So really simple. That doily, I've used it a lot because I have a lot. This was all the sides of a big doily. And just a layer like that of lace. in the middle between two papers, well, between tracing paper, and the fancy yarns with a little cheesecloth to sit the bow on something. This is from the Back in Time paper kit and digital kit. Just a lace like that and a sari silk or chiffon silk. Just simple like that. You don't want them to be too bulky too, because you're going to add them into pockets between pages. This is my Odulcina polka dot. Polka dot with pink. It's a peachy pink. And I'll have another collection where the pink will be more pink, like this hopefully. But this one was kind of the first, and I love it. It matches perfectly with pink, but it's not a true pink. So it's more a peachy pink, I would say. I just layered it like that. I love it. We can see the polka dots. We can see the lace, tracing paper, and all sorts of papers there. Just gorgeous. What I have here, this is a Crafty Me Shop lace, just glued on a coffee stain paper that has, like, you know, on a pizza tray, they have a lot of holes, and it created those polka dot. And it's embossed too. Very, very busy. And there you go. I just find with the lace, it kind of makes it a little bit less busy and smooth. This is tracing paper from the Reading Passion kit, where you have little mouses and reading books, a piece of lace, just a chiffon silk, green, and some fancy yarns that I just glued like that. There's no bow, there's no knots. I just did a line of glue and I glued the fancy yarns. There you go. This is from the labels, but printed on paper, my labels kit. And I just used it as a decoration with a chiffon silk. That's it. Really, really simple. Here I've added an eyelet and just some fancy yarns there to hang through the eyelet. The pink roses kit and some papers. Just simple. And this fancy yarns, this is a fabric from, it's not my fabric, it's just a fabric I have in my stash. And this is from the legal documents design papers kit. And this is the leftover of the other paper that has the polka dot and the embossed flowers. I still have some. My. Yeah, I did a bunch. Might as well. I was already sat down and everything was around me on the table. This one, I kept it really simple and pretty much tone on tone. You have the pink there, but I just thought it could be just that scrap pieces of chiffon silk and some cheesecloth, and see, that's it. Here it's my fancy yarn with just some chiffon silk Miss Lily LC, and again some tracing paper. This paper is from the Victorian era wallpaper. Victorian wallpaper, not era. Victorian wallpaper. Anyway, if you access, I'll put the link in the description below for my shop. But if you just look at the pictures, you could easily find them, I guess. All right, so now that I'm done with talking about those, I'm gonna put the process video on. I want to show you my setup for crafting today. So I have fussy cut things, my ink, my glue, ink as instant ink boxes filled with cut pictures, Polaroid pictures, lace and button cards, and this is just a plate holding tons of things. And then I have my rulers to tear the paper or trim the paper, and all that pile of papers that are just waiting to be used. And I have that tray beside me with little what I call the knots, right? With chiffon silk or sari silk, all the little knots, and then seam binding and that kind of stuff. And of course, I'm trying to not move too fast so you don't get dizzy. I have some pieces of laces and the fancy yarns and everything else. Work is to work by batches, so I'm gonna take that pile of paper and tear it in little sections like rectangles, ready to do layers for my scrappy pads. I don't really care about the length of them because depending on where they go in my scrappy pad, I will trim them down later on, but I want at least to make them the width I need or I want, and I variate that width. Some are a little bit larger, some are a little bit thinner, and I go with different types of papers, and I just prepare a big stack of ready to go papers. They're already a length that could be usable. So I'll do a good stack of that, and then I'm gonna mix the papers together and staple them, or I could sew them with the sewing machine, but I'm lazy today, so it's gonna be just stapling 1 or 2 staples. And then the third section or third batch that I'm working on is I retake all the ones that I did stapled together, and then I add sari silk, fancy yarns, and laces on it to decorate them, and then they're done. So you're gonna see me doing some trimming, not the whole thing because you would watch me for an hour. And it's in speedy mode, so it goes a little bit faster, but you'll see those 3 steps. Tearing the tracing paper, the papers, and then stapling them together, a couple, and then decorating them a couple more than those other steps. So this is the process, and this is what you're gonna do. So you can skip to the last part if you want to just see the decoration, or you can just watch the whole thing. So I thank you in advance for watching my video, and I'll just put some music, but feel free to turn down the music if you don't like having music with it. But I'm trying to variate the music so it's not always the same little music that plays in circles. So the music variates, and it has more work for me, but I think it's more pleasant for you. So yeah, this is what's coming. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.